They called him worthless. They turned him away from jobs, homes, and opportunities. But with nothing more than his hands, determination, and ordinary clay, one refugee transformed an abandoned settlement into a thriving community that changed thousands of lives. This is the inspiring story of Malik. When Malik fled his homeland, he arrived in a refugee camp carrying only a small bag and a heavy heart. Every day he searched for work. Every day he heard the same answer: no. The local builders rejected him. The factories rejected him. Even some neighbors looked at him as if he didn't belong. Weeks turned into months. Hope began to fade. One afternoon, while sitting beside a muddy riverbank, Malik noticed children playing with wet clay. They were shaping tiny houses and animals with smiles on their faces. An idea sparked in his mind. Back in his village, his grandfather had taught him how to make strong clay bricks. The next morning, Malik began digging clay from the riverbank. People laughed as they watched him work under the hot sun. "What can mud possibly do for you?" they mocked. But Malik kept going. Day after day he shaped bricks, dried them in the sun, and built a small shelter for a homeless widow living in the camp. When the shelter survived heavy rains, people were amazed. Soon, others asked for help. Malik taught families how to make their own bricks. Together, they built homes, then classrooms, then a community center. What started as one man's rejected dream became a movement. Within a few years, the once-forgotten settlement had transformed into a vibrant community filled with sturdy homes, schools, gardens, and hope. The same people who once rejected Malik now praised his work. But Malik always gave the same answer: "I didn't rebuild this community with clay. I rebuilt it with people who believed they still had value." His story reminds us that sometimes the greatest resources aren't money, power, or status. Sometimes, they're hidden in the gifts we already carry within us. And sometimes, the person the world rejects becomes the one who changes the world. Moral lesson: never underestimate what can be built when resilience, purpose, and community come together. Your greatest strength may be hidden inside what others overlook.